Hey everybody, this is Mrs. J. Today I'm going to look at OnShape to create shape number 1 from the shape sheet. So we're looking at this guy, and we know that each box is equivalent to 1/2 inch. So my approach will be to create this L shape and then extrude it backwards and then cut out the other 2 parts. So if you follow along, pause as you need, so that you can keep up. So I'm going to count these, and get started. First of all, make sure you're in your ID folder, and then your practice folder, and then hit create in the top left corner. Click document, type in shape number 1. I'm going to add the word video because I have this made a couple of times. You don't have to add that. Click OK. Give it a minute to get caught up. If it gives you an error message, just refresh the page. You'll be fine. Okay, first things first. Let's check our units. 3 bars, top left. Workspace units. Make sure we're in inches. Good to go. Close that up. We are going to start a sketch. So sketch top left corner on the front plane. And I clicked it to make that sketch appear. And then I'm going to come over to the left side. This is called the browser. I'm going to click the eyeball next to top, front, and side, so I can have a cleaner interface here. Make sure sketch 1 remains open. Come over to the right side of your screen. Find the view cube. Click front. Puts it right in front of you. I'm going to scroll out so we see better. I'm going to use the line tool. It's in the top left. And I'm going to click the origin and drag to the right. I want to make sure that I am horizontal, and you see that little black dash that comes up to the right? That means I am. So if I move away, it goes away. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the dimensions right now. We're just going to left click. I'm going to hit escape on our keyboard to get out of the line tool. Come up to dimension. If it disappeared, you may have closed this, reopen it. You reopen it by clicking here, not creating a new sketch. Dimension, click your line, drag off, and call it 3.5. It was 7 boxes, and they're 1/2 inch each, so 3.5. Let's come back up to the line tool in the top left and complete the rest of the L shape. We won't do the dimensions until we're done. So line tool, left click where the circle meets. Excuse me. Drag it up. Make sure that vertical dash shows to the right there. Drag it over to the left. I'm left clicking to make it close. Make sure you're always seeing that little dash follow you around. Left click. Left click. When I get to this side, you want to make sure you see that dash line. A couple things going on here. I have a vertical dash, a horizontal dash, and then that whole dashed line. So you want all of that to pop up. If you don't see it, you are off, right? See, all that's gone, all that's gone. All 3 of them should show up. 2 black dashes and the dotted. So left click, that means you're lined up perfectly, and then left click at the bottom. So I have a nice closed shape. I'm going to hit escape on my keyboard. I'm going to come over to the right side and click isometric by using this drop down menu. Scroll out. And now I'm going to find extrude top left corner under the word OnShape. Left click, extrude. Your object should automatically pop up. If it doesn't, you can click it. Click on the arrow and drag it backwards so that we're going in the same direction as our picture. It doesn't really matter, but we may as well do it the way we planned it. So we went that way. So I dragged it a little bit, not worried about the dimensions. And now we're going to change this depth here to, let's see, I need a pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 0.5. So 2.5, enter. 2.5, enter on the depth. And then you have to hit the check mark to make it stay. Okay, good. Good work so far. So now we're going to cut out this center piece right here and line it up. That'll be the next thing we do. Okay, you need a new sketch. Top left, new sketch. Click on the top here. Left click. And then I'm going to hit top on my view cube on the right side of my screen. So it rotates. It's right in front of me. Scroll out so I can see it better. So we have rotated, and we have to remember that when we set this up. So I'm going to use the rectangle tool for this one. It's just easier. Left click on the rectangle tool. Come over here and make sure that this line changes color. Okay, we're going to be a little bit high right around here. It doesn't matter where. I'm going to left click and drag diagonally. So I'm a little off, but whatever, we're going to fix it. I'm going to left click to close it. So I got a rectangle. Made sure that I was right on that line. Hit escape on your keyboard. Next thing is a dimension tool. If you don't see it, make sure sketch 2 is open. If sketch 2 got closed, make sure you double click it to reopen it. Don't make a sketch 3. So dimension, we'll start here. Left click, and then left click again after dragging it away, and it should be, it's so small, 1, 2, 3. It is 3 boxes, so that is 3 times 0.5. Let me see if I can put that in here. 3 times 0.5, so it should be 1.5. 1.5. So you can type in 3 times 0.5 or 1.5. Okay, that makes this one good. They'll line up, so you're good. You just have to do the one on the left here. And it was only 1 box. So 1 times 0.5 is 0.5. Okay, good. It's in the wrong place, but it is the right size, so I'm good to go. Still in Dimension Tool. If you lost it, make sure it's highlighted. Highlight it. I'm going to do 2 things here. I'm going to click the bottom of my new rectangle and the bottom of my object. See the color change? Always staying away from that dot. Click, and it'll change your dimension to look like this. If it didn't change it, go back and do it again. Just hit escape. Pull it off your object. Left click, and this needs to be 2 boxes wide or 1 inch. So if you did 1 inch here, it should definitely be 1 inch here, and you don't have to do anything because you've already dimensioned this. There's nothing else to do. Hit escape. Come over to the right side and put it back in isometric view. You can start to see it form now. Let's do extrude. Top left corner. Your sketch 2 is still open. Top left corner, extrude. It should find it automatically. If it doesn't, you just click in the rectangle. And we don't want to add material, we want to remove. So first let's drag it the other way and click the word remove up in your box for the extrusion. And as long as it is more than 1 inch, you're okay. So I'm going to type in 1 just to make it perfect. Enter. And then click the green check mark. So you can right click and move and see that it has removed the material. If you have a little line here or some material here, then you missed putting in the first rectangle, and you should undo and redo that part. Okay, back to isometric view. Let's do the top part of this object. So we're going to look at this right here. Should be nice and easy. So new sketch. Click on the top view, and then, did I get it? Yeah. Sketch 3, it says select. If it still says select a sketch plane, then it didn't get it. So make sure you see that word pop up. Click on the top of this view cube over here to put it in front of you again. Scroll out. We're going to use the rectangle tool again. And this time we left click, rectangle tool. I'm going to make sure I click see the color change. Always see that. Left click, drag diagonally, left click. I'm not worried about the dimensions. We're going to fix them now. As long as I saw the color change on both of these lines, this one and this one, then I know I'm lined up out here and I only have to fix the dimension in here. So escape on my keyboard, dimension tool in the center, and then I want to do how far away. I want to be 0.5 inches away from the edge. So I'm going to click the edge, not on that dot. Click the edge, click the edge of the new rectangle you just made. So I'm left clicking and it should give you the dimension. You can drag that, left click it, and type in 0.5. So we're good on this side. We have to fix this side. Same thing, left click. If you see it like that, that's the wrong direction. We want to left click and drag it out here and call it 0.5. Okay, now I'm going to come over to the right side, hit isometric so I can view it better. And I'm going to use my extrusion tool while my sketch is still open, extrude. And I want to remove material, so I'm going to click remove inside the extrusion. And it's 1 box deep, so I want it to be 0.5. In the depth, type in 0.5. It knows its inches, so you don't have to type inches. It does it for you. Hit enter, and then click the green box. And well, there you have it. Enjoy your work. Compare it to your picture. Pretty cool, huh? All right, if you want to start learning to use color, I'll do this for you. If you don't, you can leave. Thank you. Appearance. So I clicked on these dots. They were kind of hidden in the corner. I clicked on those, and then if I go up here and click it again, add face appearance, it gives me this little color palette. I'm still new to this, so I'm trying to figure it out. What I've done is left click and drag across my object, and that just makes the whole object whatever color I choose. You could also do it individually, just play around with this. So I'm going to pick a nice contrast to what we've been doing. We'll do red this time. And then click the green check mark. So see, it says 16 sections. You could do it individually and make the whole thing all color crazy, however you want. Okay, that's all I got. Thanks for playing.